Hello, hello, everybody, and happy Sunday. I'm like, what day is it? Where am I? If you are here live, please feel free to say hello in the chat, and I will welcome you all. My name is Allison, and I am a channel and an awakening guide. And every single week, usually on Mondays, I go live here and I channel a message for the collective, as well as channeling a message for one of you all. And this is a little bit of a special one. Hi, Kennedy. This is a little bit of a special channeling, a special live, because tomorrow I get to celebrate the eclipse day by going on a really beautiful hike and witnessing an active volcano. And sort of beyond that, I mean, that is truly incredible, and I'm very excited. This is really this is a soul location for me here in Guatemala, where I get to really have some powerful shedding and light body activation experiences while I'm here. So on a personal note, this is a really big moment for me. And collectively, I know that, hi, beautiful Sarah, you made it. I love the cartwheel emoji. Hi, Rodka. I love the I love the simple things. I love emojis. Like, I've had entire conversations in emojis. Life can be so good in the easiest ways if we let it be. So if you're here live, I always say, if you're here live, say hello in the chat. And then I want to say, well, if you're not here live, say hello in the chat. So if you are here, please say hello in the chat. If you're watching the replay, I always love to hear from you all. And just to let you know, yes, normally we do this on Mondays, every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And after traveling a little bit outside of the US, traveling again, it reminds me what a pain it is to try and figure out what time it is in the US. So always check we change our time zones twice a year. We change our time, twice a year. So I know that can be confusing elsewhere, but hi, Floor. Yes, I'm very much looking forward to it tomorrow. Very, very much. In fact, coming into this new city after having been, by the lake just north of here, and I'm back in a city, and it's just reminding me that what kind of traveler I am. I'm really not a sightseer. Hello, hello. Oh, Becca, I'm glowing and flowing. It reminds me what kind of traveler I am. And I apologize, my chopsticks on my lips. I'm not really a sightseer. I'm not really a city person. It's interesting. So, I think after this call, I'll tune into what this area in particular is really bringing to me. But I just got here yesterday, and definitely it's quite busy. There's a different feeling everywhere I go. So I'm always working on attuning my personal frequency to adapt to wherever I am. And I've been bopping around a lot. So it's been a really big learning experience for me, for sure, how to stay fully present with what is everywhere that I go, and how to create consciously. So how is everybody doing? I'd love to hear from you all. What are you experiencing right now energetically? What are, I know that some of you, hi, Stacy, where I just came from, actually, Arkansas. It's really funny. My mom said, it's funny that you left Arkansas, because in the path of totality for the eclipse. So I know that Arkansas right now, I've talked to a few friends there and they say that it's busy, that there's so many visitors there. So I'd love to hear, how are you all doing energetically? And, are you going to be watching the eclipse, or are you not paying attention to it at all? All answers are absolutely valid and totally received. Everyone's got their own process. I definitely have friends. I've got to do something about this. Hold on. I put this really sticky lip gloss on, and it's just like every time I smile, it's sticking to my mouth. Oh, I definitely have friends who are like, I'm not really paying attention to the eclipse. And for me, just the past month has been so activating for me. So this is definitely for me a powerful choice point and juncture point in my journey. Um, but it's different for everyone. What I've witnessed is that this is a potentially very, very active portal for many people. And what that means is that it's sort of like when you get in a river and you're flowing down. There are moments where the energetics, or the rapids within the river can really push you downstream, and you can go quite far, quite fast. It's a bit like that with these gateways, these portals that we meet. Hmm. Okay, so oh my God, Kennedy says the eclipse will peak for San Diego at 11:11. I'd be excited too. If we don't see you after this, if you get taken up into a spaceship, that's great. Heartache, openings, and upgrades. Don't think you can watch the eclipse there. Yeah, in Denmark, I don't think that it's visible. I think it'll be nighttime for you all. But, we feel all of these things. Energies feel quite intense. Been letting go since Good Friday. What needs to go, and focusing on what I desire. Seeing signs of progress, which delights me. I love that. Magical timing of the eclipse. Yes. I've been feeling a roller coaster, many deep feelings unfolding while mentally telling myself it's an initiation of sorts. Absolutely, Becca. Purging the heavy to unfold more true pieces of self. I'm really excited to dive into this with you all, because there's just been so much coming through. And I don't know if you all can hear. There's also a lot of background noise here. Intense energies. Yeah, I hear you, Radka. If I'm fully transparent, fully honest, at the beginning of this call, I said everybody's got their process, on and on. And that's absolutely true. We all are having our own unique experience, but I can't put this one lightly. I can't. And I'm not meant to. For those of you who are tuning into this message, you're meant to hear the message. And it really is an incredibly powerful portal. This isn't something that in fact, I would say it's not really something that we can do anymore, that we can say, I'll be present tomorrow. And, we're so funny with all of that. Like, oh yeah, I'll just keep going a little bit like this. It just feels so much better to be present. It just feels better. So let yourself. Oh, hi, Courtney. It's just starting. It's just starting. It's just me talking about these energies. And, what I witness is not so much. And, this is a famous quote from the beginning of the book, A Return to Love. it is really not so much that what we're avoiding is some sort of, oh, okay, I guess I'll let myself go into this activation. What if it's painful? What we're really avoiding is the truth of how big we are. When we are avoiding being present, we're avoiding how good it is. We're avoiding how big we are, how powerful we are. And that's what I witness in myself and other people. If we are avoiding letting ourselves be present, letting ourselves be fully whole, regardless of what we see externally. It's 11:11. That's what we're avoiding. We are avoiding our true power. We are, for the most part, afraid of how big we are. And that's not an egoic bigness, my loves. That's not you stepping into, I'm the only one. That's not what that is. It's not, I'm better than everybody. It has nothing to do with that. When we truly experience our bigness, it's because we are connected to that divine truth that everything is one. And what we're doing is we're allowing ourselves to be conscious of that and witness that while in human form. That is a lot. That is a lot. That's why we retell these stories about things that aren't working. That's why we stay in painful situations. That's why we continue with relationships that don't serve us, because we do have a deep desire, and it's an unconscious, it's not a real desire, it's sort of a pain body desire to hide from how amazing we truly are. And so that is, I love all the number synchronicity that you're all sharing in the comments. It's 12:12 for me as well. So, tune into that. Let yourself hear the miracle. Let yourself see the miracle that you really are. It's big and it's intimidating for a reason, because it's sort of like, it's unfathomable from the human perspective how big we are. Yes, Sadra! Oh, my love, I haven't seen you in here for a minute. It's so good to hear from you here. I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, it's really big. And let's go ahead and just do this. Let's go ahead and just do this before we go into the channeling. Let's connect. Now, I want to share this with you all. I've seen on social media. So there are many mudras that I have received. And one is this, and it is for the diamond heart. It is a diamond light grid activation. And I've also, this past week, I saw on social media, somebody posted that it was like, oh, somebody did this symbol and it's because they're part of the Illuminati. And maybe that's true, but let's not pay attention to that. Let's not pay attention to what is not serving us. Okay. This is a sacred symbol. So as I was going into to offer this, I wanted to make sure that in the replay, people were, knowing that this to me is an incredibly powerful light grid connector. This is attuning my body and my energy system to the connection of that diamond heart, which connects us all. So if you'd like to sit with me with whatever mudra feels good and be in this place of connection. And in this moment, just know that I love you. Allison, human Allison, I do love you, even from that human place. And then, of course, tuning into the larger truth of who we all are. I am love. And so, how could I be anything but love for you and with you? So, allowing yourselves to receive that. So, I'm going to go ahead and go into the channeling now. What I'm going to do is ask what we normally do is, this is the place where I say, okay, go ahead and type Q at the beginning and then type your question in. I like it when you type Q at the beginning because that helps me read through them and know what's a comment and what's a question. But if you have a personal question that you would like to ask, go ahead and type that into the chat now. And I may not be typical about it. So normally, sorry, this is a plastic chair and I'm wearing shorts, so my butt's sticking to it. And so I keep moving around. Let me, I'm actually going to get a little pillow. Hold on. Moving offices every day. All right. That'll help. Oh, so much better. Of course, now I'm sitting a little higher. Let's see if I can do that. Is that all right? Okay. So, those of you who know, you know me, you're used to the weirdness that is me. So if you have a question, go ahead and type it into the chat now. And I will likely read through just all of them. I'm not going to just choose one. I'm going to read through all of them and dive into whatever comes through. This is sort of a different, as I said, this is a little different than the regular Monday because I'm feeling very much called to help with the, if you're like, imagine this, imagine we're all at a big water park, right? Or we're on a river and we've all got our little inner tubes or our little little water wingies or little floats. Okay. And I'm the one standing at the bank of the river going, okay, now go, so that you get the best rapid experience. And that's that's my very serious explanation of the energies right now. And I really want to assist us all in just going as fully into these energies as we can. So as you type into the chat your questions, what I'm going to do, excuse me, is I'll go ahead and give the announcements. I love that, Becca. Yeah, all of a sudden I'm like wearing one of those like lifeguard outfits and I've got my y'all know I'd have a dorky outfit, right? Partially sexy, partially dorky. I don't know if I can go all in one ever. Oh, I'm just going to read some of these and then I'm going to give announcements. Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad that I love how everybody's like, Yosotara, we're missing you. We've been missing you. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. I love all these questions. It just hit me. 11/29 is my dad's birthday, and the eclipse peaks at 11/29. This eclipse is bookending a process. Whoa. I started in 2017 at the eclipse around your relationship with your dad. Wow. That's really cool. That's really beautiful. Okay, announcements. So let's see, what are the announcements? Book tour. I'm coming to see you. If you live in the US, and then if you don't live in the US, I'll come to see you sometime. I do believe that there's going to be much more international travel next year. I don't really know what's coming. It's what I see is it's as if my guides would show me what's coming in the big picture, but there are so many details sort of like spinning in my consciousness right now that like I just set up the West Coast portion of the tour. So if you are on the West Coast or in the West Coast area of the US, all of the events are, I want to say they're all official. There's maybe one or two that I've got some details still going on. So check my website. It's AllisonHolly.com/events, and check and see if I will be near you. I would really love for you all to come to these events, and then we can hug in person. Um, that being said, I do have probably some spaces in between events. So if I'm, if you would like to have me come closer to where you are, let me know. Maybe we can get something set up. John, hi. And Rose, hi. I love seeing all of you. Maybe we'll switch this to Sundays. Who knows? Sundays I like to take as my day off, so we'll see. But it seems like it's able to get a few more of you here. All right, so book tour. I am really excited about that. In the next week or so, actually, when I get back to the US, I'm going to start setting up the East Coast. But there are a lot of different events on there. In particular, I want to highlight one. Or two. I want to highlight two of these events. One is the Starseed Awakening Retreat in Vermilion, Ohio. Now, this is going to be a really powerful full-day event, and it is a particularly powerful event for starseeds. I'm really calling in right now. So much of my purpose has been around activating our starseed remembrance, calling starseeds to remember who you are. And so this event is going to really be for that. It's going to be very powerful. And I would love to see you there. Another event that I want to highlight is True Creator Summer Camp. So summer camp is going to be in August in Arkansas. And I muscle tested for it. I know it's a really hot time of the year, but this is when it was really meant to be, okay? So August 1st through 4th, it is going to be so incredible. A few days ago, with a friend, I was doing some channeling about the energies of Arkansas. And for those of you who don't know, there are particular areas. This one's, you may have heard it, but not everybody has heard this. This is in particular a very open and activated gateway, stargate for a lot of ships. Okay, so in Arkansas, it's almost like what I saw was like a landing pad. The energy's there, very conducive, and in particular, the Arcturians are really connecting to this land. So at True Creator Summer Camp, we are going to spend some time connecting and offering a group Star Family Contact Circle, which means that we are going to come together and really call in our star family, being able to have these starship experiences together. So this is going to be a really incredible 4 days, 3 nights that we will spend together. Oh, I'm seeing so many beautiful questions, and I really, really love it. Thank you, Zahira. What a beautiful name. So come to Arkansas for True Creator Summer Camp. Excuse me. We will also be doing a lot of channeling. There will be presenters. I had somebody write to me about, and I just want to share this without giving any confidential information away. I had somebody write to me about, is it okay to come and not speak, not share during the circles, saying that they had been to another event where they were sort of coerced into speaking and that it didn't feel good. So one thing that I want to share is we're going to be going deep into, we've got at least 2 teachers. I'm really hoping if we get enough people signed up, we can have more of these instructors come in, but at least two teachers that talk about sovereign and consensual communication in a really fun way, okay? In a really fun way. It's not a heavy topic. It's something that, man, the more that I travel, I so value what I have learned about sovereign communication, consensual communication, because, a lot of people in the world don't recognize what it is. And what it does is it actually makes connection just easier and better. It doesn't take it off the table. It actually makes it so that we're all really communicating in just the most beautiful, harmonious way. And what that includes is if you do not want to share, you don't have to. You're not required to participate in anything. You could come and spend the whole time sitting, back away. You could spend the whole time in silence. So I just wanted to put that out there, that really this is going to be that I trust everyone in their mastery. And this is going to be a lot of fun. Okay, so True Creator Summer Camp, book tour, lots of different stops on my book tour. And if you would like me to come visit you elsewhere, please let me know, because I am setting up more events, in particular Central and East Coast, in the next couple weeks. Okay. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and start reading through all of these questions. And as I said, normally what I do is I use a random number generator to help me choose one of the questions to channel on. What I'm going to do this time is read through all of them and just see, as I go into the channeling, what wants to come through. All right. I'm going to read them out loud because it helps me connect it, record it in my mind. I've had events in my body every eclipse. Yeah, physical experiences in the body, definitely. What does this solar eclipse unfold? A pattern that I can break from. Okay. So it sounds like maybe they're not fun physical events. Any insights about my new harmonious home and anything I can do to move there soon? I love the way that you speak and create, Radka. That's very beautiful. Kennedy, it's so funny. I actually read, is there a puppy? But that's not what you wrote. Is there a purpose or reason for my interest in mythology and ancient cultures, or is it a distraction? I just, to interject, want to share, in my book, Ecstatic Playground, I have a section in there all about what distraction really is, that there isn't really such a thing as distraction. We're either being called deeper into our purpose, but our mind doesn't understand it, so it's just part of the unfolding, or we're being called into more play. So potentially, it's weighing into one of those. Okay. By the way, if you are here, if you're just now joining, please feel free to say hello in the chat. What I'm doing is reading through all of the questions, and I'm going to begin channeling very soon. What will this eclipse shift, activate in me, and what's beneficial for a smooth transition? Beautiful question. How does the eclipse, and maybe eclipses in general, operate as regards to revealing and or concealing? Oh, hasn't that been wild? How many of you have had massive revelations? Just like, yeah, I channeled that a couple weeks ago, or a few weeks ago, that we were just going to be like, whoa, disclosures and all sorts of things, even in our personal lives. Operate in regards to revealing and or concealing, healing and moving us forward for me personally and for everyone. Thank you in advance. Yay, Courtney, I can't wait to meet you too. And I can't wait to get that necklace. I'm so excited. It's going to be so fun to wear, so charged. Why does muscle testing, kinesiology, did I pronounce that right? Kinesiology. Anyway, not appear to work for everyone. I have seen a number of therapists who use it and rely on it, yet it's never come up with the right answers. Beautiful. Yay, Boise, Idaho. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of you. I actually have 3 events in Boise, which is really, really cool. So one of the events is called Erotic Playground or Erotic Play Shop. So that'll be the first one. And this is really, we're going to be going into activating the ecstatic body through touch exercises. I don't offer this very frequently, but this is a really fun workshop. So I'll be offering that at the womb room. And then the portal, I will be offering a channeling for the collective, which will be a sliding scale. So that should be open to just as many people as want to come. It's going to be a really powerful event. And then the following day, I'll be teaching a Learn to Channel full day workshop where you can learn how to channel. So 3 events in Boise back to back. I'm really excited to be there. That's where I went through my initial stages of my awakening, actually. That's where it all started. That's where I used to have my pole dance studio. And it still exists, actually. It's gone through 2 other owners. Now it's on the 3rd owner, and it's thriving. It's something completely different than what I created, so it's really incredible. Anyway, that was a side note. Yes! I love that you are all connecting in person. Okay. Do you have any words on my essence? Why is it important to vibrate this on Earth? Beautiful question. Excuse me. Why is it important to vibrate this on Earth, and how can I help my physical body to embody it more? Beautiful. Yes. Also the town where Dolores Cannon. Yes. Arkansas is also the Ozarks, and the town where Dolores Cannon lived and built her QHHT. Very true. And Dolores Cannon was a huge part of my awakening journey. When I discovered her books, I was like, I went to somebody and I said, I want to learn hypnosis, but I want to do it for people who haven't lived on Earth. And I thought this was like a brand new idea. And then she showed me all of these Dolores Cannon books, and I said, wow, okay. So, and of course, that has evolved to now I channel for people to discover their starseed origins. But yes, God bless Dolores Cannon for all she's brought. I'm going to drink some of this. Mama! Y'all, my mom's here. Ooh. Hi, Mama. I am like a 5-year-old, always. With my mom, I'm like, Mommy, you're here. All right. Significance of eclipse and amplification of lots of physical structural symptoms. Is it an unraveling of traumas, physical, emotional, in order to heal? Will there be some relief after eclipse? Beautiful question. Hi, Rosemary. Oh my goodness. Wow, it's the whole crew. Maybe I should do these on Sunday. Seems like maybe a lot of you can attend. I'm so happy that you're here too. I love what you said about trusting everyone into their own mastery. It's absolutely true. All right. Everyone say hi to my mom. All right. Okay. Agent M. What a fun name. I help people without trying. I have terrible dreams after spending time with people who are grieving. My hands have recently begun to burn, and people get well around me. This is all new. I'm 53. Why now? Really beautiful. Really beautiful. I'll definitely dive into that, okay? Thanks for saying hi to my mom. And I love that in the chat, it looks like some of you are discovering that you live close to each other. How fun! You trained with Dolores, John, did you? I love that. I love that. You know what I love about her? You read her books and she's just really bringing through some powerful stuff, right? And then you see her and she just looks like somebody's really sweet, amazing grandmother. Right? And it's just, and she was so down to earth and so just really, really an amazing human. Oh, yes. Yes. Even if my question isn't answered, it's been slightly relieving to hear others experiencing the physical things, hoping everyone is healed and cleared. Beautiful. All right, my loves. Well, here's how it goes. I've been chatting for a little bit already, quite a long time, actually. Um, I'm going to drink both of my, I'm not actually. So, what I'm going to do is tune in. I close my eyes for this process. And I love when you continue in the chat, continue connecting with each other. Let me know how, the information that I'm bringing through is landing. And I do read the chat after I reopen my eyes. I'm so sorry about my cough. But I close my eyes so that I can tune more clearly into without having the visual distractions, more tuned into what I'm receiving. All right. Yes, I love that. Okay. All right. So I've read a lot of these questions, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to begin wherever, and I apologize. I got to cough one more time here. I'm going to begin wherever I'm shown to begin. There really is a tremendous amount of power. I'm getting the most beautiful visual. At the end of at the end of The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, where all of the Whos are in a circle and they have no Christmas gifts, but they're just holding hands and singing, and their hearts are just beaming this light. When we gather together and we share and connect, that's what happens. In fact, connection with our star family, when I have looked into how to offer group star family contact circles, it is tuning into the heart frequency, beaming it into the center, and then beaming that light up and down. And I've been shown this from the beginning when I started channeling in groups. It's a really powerful thing for us to come together. And I want to share with you all that even though we're not in person and even though we can't even see each other's faces, everyone here is participating in this. Everyone here has a vital importance. It's just the truth. And when we can consciously connect in this way, it's just so powerful. It's just so powerful. It's like birds flying together. And really, the reason that they're in that V is so that they can receive the benefit of the wing movement and the currents created from all of us. It's so beautiful. Again, I'm getting the message that we are at the eye of the storm, the 0 point. There's a stillness right now. If we can tune into it. A lot of times there's discomfort in stillness. So what we'll witness, now this is answering one of the questions. Each of us are coming into the place where we predominantly reside in 0 point consciousness, which is what we typically see of as enlightenment. It's pure form consciousness. It is presence. It is the eternal now. And it's almost like a pendulum swinging. And as we come into greater and greater levels of presence within ourselves, what we see as distractions start to come up, meaning physical ailments, internal discomfort of any kind. And this is a process that has been unfolding from the moment that we glimpse the first amounts of consciousness, whether that means that we've always been this way, that we never lost very much consciousness in the process of birthing into human form, and then being indoctrinated into the processes of being human, into the programs of being human. So for some of us, we went deep into those processes and we really just only felt human, and we forgot a lot of who we are. That's okay. There's never anything wrong. It just becomes more and more and more a feeling of separation until we feel so separate that we're even separate from ourselves. We hate each other. We damage ourselves and each other, right? And this takes on various different forms. And again, there is no wrong. It's simply an experience. That being said, it's not the most comfortable experience to be separate from our God nature. And so as we bring ourselves more and more and more into presence, we are coming more and more into the truth of who we are, and being in that witness place, being in that place of 0 point consciousness, which is eternal. It is comfort in the present moment. And so as we are being brought through these different gateways where we have the potential for really being in that presence, which it seems it's hard for our minds to understand, because when we are in pure presence, we are also everywhere at once, and we have much more ability to actually choose and to do all of the energy games and movements and things like that. So it's not stillness. It's not sitting still. It's presence, though. It's an inner stillness. As we come into that, we may notice an amplification of certain energies. The reason that it's amplified is because in that 0 point consciousness, or as we're nearing it, or as we go into it and then come out of it and go into it and come out of it, we witness what has been keeping us from that. All of the programs, all of the gathered pain bodies, all of those things, they sort of seem to amplify because they are much more noticeable. Think about how loud a whisper is when there's silence versus how loud a whisper is when you've got all sorts of things happening around you. Energetically, that's what we experience. When we move into this quiet, this inner silence, the inner presence, where we reach that still point, the programs that have been keeping us from our true selves get louder. They sound louder. They feel louder. We may notice an amplification of symptoms, of things that feel like they're going wrong in the body. Our emotions may be heightened. We may notice certain situations that we have been in that we've just been allowing ourselves to roll with. They're no longer comfortable. They're no longer comfortable. Because when we get to that inner stillness, that's the place where we're truly fed. So all of the places where we've been externalizing our power to an attempt to feed us, it doesn't feed us anymore. It doesn't feel good anymore. And there's just really an amplification of the awareness on it. So that's why we may notice things come up around these collective portals, not because it's getting worse, but because we're coming more into the inner stillness, the greater levels of awareness of who we truly are. And therefore, whatever has been causing us to be distracted or out of alignment, it's funny, I'm using that word distraction, out of alignment from the truth of who we are, they're going to show up louder, more prevalent. We're going to feel them more acutely. This is a good sign. Or we can view it as a good sign. We can see it as something really positive, because what it means is we're coming into that center point. And collectively, this is true as well. Now, in particular, eclipse energies are alignment. They're alignment energies. They are a perspective of alignment. What that means is planetary bodies are literally, from our perspective, coming into alignment. And when that happens, okay, this makes sense. It's almost like ringing a bell with another bell. So they vibrate in a specific tone, and there's almost like a really strong vibration because there's an alignment, right? It's sort of like standing in front of a speaker versus standing to the side of a speaker. We're going to be getting those vibrations a little more intensely. And it's also going to cause us to witness the moment of light and shadow at the same time. From our human perspective, we see these as two separate things because we exist in a realm where we can witness polarities. In the moment of eclipse, we see the light and the darkness at the same time. And we perceive that from a physical perspective. We perceive it. We are the perceivers of it from different dimensional layers. From our human perspective, we're witnessing, and then we interpret it in a certain way. Now, visually, it's a very interesting thing. It's a very beautiful thing for us to witness. It's awe-inspiring on a physical level. What it does to us energetically is it's sort of, there's like this cut. Why am I getting that? Because our mind, with the structure of things being dualistic, has a hard time witnessing both at once. So what it does is it really creates these sort of, let me see if I can find a good example for this. I know that there is one. It's sort of like covering up one eye. I'm not sure if I can explain this well. Okay. It's sort of like looking at one picture with one eye and a different picture with another eye, and the way that our brain interprets those signals. It creates a sort of overlap. So on a physical level, that's why we witness it as an eclipse. It's interesting because it seems very logical, but what I'm seeing is that from a dimensional space, from a multidimensional ability to perceive the eclipse, it doesn't look like that at all. It's all of it, right? But from our physical lens, we're sort of doing that game where we've got one picture here in front of this eye and one picture here in front of this eye. And then our brain is like, whoa, how do we bring these together? It's so interesting. And we can see that this has the potential for us to really collapse paradigms, meaning to let the structures of firmness of what we believe in, or what we have been allowing ourselves to perceive in a very one directional sort of way, it can actually, it's like a Zen koan. When we ask ourselves a question that has no answer, the mind goes on seeking, seeking, seeking until something breaks and something shifts. And then when something breaks, the light can come through. So when we hold both darkness and light at the same time, it has the effect on our inner selves, almost our psychological, the psychological layer of ourselves, to shatter illusions. You're each being called home now. Home isn't a destination that's outside of yourselves. Home is an energetic frequency, your home base, the place where you resonate, the frequency state that you resonate within, your home frequency. Let go of all of the things, all of the shadows and the things that feel like they're in your way, all of the things that keep you from vibrating at your set point, your vibratory set point. Let yourself witness with awe and wonder from all perspectives this moment in the unfolding of time and human experience. And in the innermost center, return home. What does that mean? It means you have a vibratory set point. You have a divine blueprint. You are a divine blueprint. It's not that you have it, you are it. Your incarnation is a divine blueprint. Who you call yourself is actually various streams of light running through and activating within this template. Now imagine if instead of only allowing one or two areas or streams of divinity to run through this entire template, you were to allow all conduits within to open. Allow the light to stream through your whole divine template. Allow yourselves to open to this, to sing at the frequency that you came here to sing at. Witness the game that you're playing. Are you playing the game of forgetting who you are? Are you playing the game of pain? Are you playing the game of suffering to keep yourselves from knowing yourself fully? Can you witness all that is and all that has ever been and all that ever will be about you, and witness it with love? It is never a time in the past or what you perceive of as the past, and it is never a time in the future or what you perceive of in the future, where you have been bad, or you will be bad, or you have been perfect, or you will be perfect. It is only in the now. And now, right in this very present moment, can you allow yourself to see to be the witness of the divine template that you came here to be? And experience the stillness and the fullness of that stillness. Notice in the stillness, there's no pain. There's no loneliness. There's no separation. There's no need for anything. And notice too that there is still the drumbeat of desires as they unfold. Witness these desires. Witness yourselves as the template with the light streaming through. See yourselves pulsing with this light. Allow yourselves to see beyond just the physical into the energetics of this light as it pulses through all of reality and connects all with all. How there is a point of consciousness, an aura of consciousness that is you, and you becomes all. There isn't even a connection to all. Notice that you are all. And now notice that there is no you. Other than the consciousness that is aware of all. And stay in this broadened consciousness. And simultaneously witness from the individual vantage point that you came here to be. Like a searchlight appearing out of nowhere in the vast expanse of the all. Where do you want to place your focus? The light that shines through you, the light that is you. Where do you want to send your focus, this beam of light? Where do you want to look? What do you want to be the witness of? From this pure place of consciousness, knowing that what you shine your light on is what you create. Let it be that what you witness and what you bring your light, your conscious projection of and into, bring more awareness to yourselves now that this is how you create. Let this light animate your body. Let the frequency of this light animate your voice. Animate all you do, all you speak to. And let it come to mind now, or to heart, or to awareness. Who you are truly here to be. And from that place of knowing who you're here to be, what you're here to be, the energy, the frequency that you're here to be, witness as it further spirals into these layers of being human. What actions come from this? What inspired action comes from this? And in this moment, ask yourselves, how can I most presently and fully attune to my divinity right now, in this moment? You are always on time. You are the only ones creating time and holding yourselves back from anything. It's all already yours. And any feelings that you have of impatience in the unfolding of any events, it's really the frustration of trying to do something from the mental body that can only be done from the heart, can only be done from the true self, the vibrational truth of who you are. Be in joy and be in stillness, and witness what streams through you as you do this. Oddly, I'm going to go ahead and come out. That was not typical. That turned into more of a guided meditation. May it serve you. An activation. An invitation to the activation that exists within you. Beautiful loves. There's so much stillness. There's so much stillness in this one. So I continue to invite you all into that place of stillness within, where you can connect with you and from the place of stillness, really witnessing what energies are coming through. There's just a lot of stillness. There's not a lot of doing. We're at the stillness right now. So play in that. And Yasadra, sending lots of love and healing for you, that your body is relieved. I just saw that you had an accident. So, and I know that lots of people who are reading that are sending you love and healing and comfort. Mm, beautiful. I'm glad. Okay, my loves. Well, thank you for being here and enjoy these beautiful eclipse energies, all the stillness. A hug on your peeps. And yes, thank you. All right, my loves. I will see you next week. Maybe I'll move it to Sunday. Let me know. Let me actually ask you all, how many of you would prefer this to be on Sunday versus Monday? Can't make any promises, but let's just weigh in the chat really quick. How many of you would prefer uh, Sundays to Mondays? Yes, embrace the stillness. Thank you, thank you. Either is okay, both is okay. You've been okay, so Sunday. I do have a couple votes for Sunday. I'll have to look with all of my travel. Um, and I might just either one, I might just kind of move it back and forth occasionally. Thanks for being here, Zahira. Okay, cool. I'm getting mostly votes for both and then a couple votes for Sunday. So what I'll do is meditate on it. All right, my loves, I will keep you posted. If you would like to be notified, make sure you subscribe to the channel and also sign up for my emails because then you'll get the notifications. And also then you'll find out where I'm traveling and you can come to one of those events. All right, my loves. Enjoy your weekend. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye. Oh, wait. How do I turn this off? End.